Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the first ever show of Tell It Like It Is. My name is Jersey Steve. I will be the host, and this is a lot not like regular radio that you're going to hear, folks, okay? This is a no-holds-bar kind of show. Basically, I'm just going to go over some topics with you, and I'm just going to tell it like it is. We're going to curse left and right. We're going to talk about things. I am actually going to have guests on the show. We're going to have a phone hour. There's a lot going on here, folks, and make sure you listen close. There's going to be a lot more episodes to come. Hopefully. We don't want to jump the fucking gun here. But, all right, so in a little bit, we're going to come back, and then we're going to go to our first topic. We got America's Got Talent, and I know what you're thinking right now. You're probably like, dude, are you really that much of a pussy that you watch this show? No, it's not that at all. It's not that at all. You need to trust me. Some douchebag decided to lie that he was in the military and won over the judges just to try to get a fucking free meal ticket, and it ain't going to work for me. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. Stick around. Exactly what this cocksucker is. I'll tell you that right now. Welcome back to Tell It Like It Is. My name is Jersey Steve, your host. We got a lot of things to talk about today. And basically, this is just a show, folks, like I was telling you about earlier, that you can just say whatever you want on the show. You can curse left and right. You can do whatever. We're just going to tell people like it is. I'm going to speak what's on my mind because people are just afraid of the truth. And we're going to talk about this guy right now on America's Got Talent. Now, like I said earlier, you guys are probably like, what the fuck are you doing watching that show? I don't watch that show. But when I see stupid shit that people do, and it comes to national news, I mean, this is an issue. For those of you that don't know what the show is, basically you just go on there, you perform whatever talent you have, and if you get to the end, you get a contract or a prize or whatever the fuck they do. I have no idea. But this guy simply just told a flat out lie. His name is Tim Poe. Tim Poe. That's a douchebag name to begin with. Tim Poe, all right? Country guy gets on stage and tells his story about how he was a war hero, that he got the Purple Heart, did all these different things. And you got to hear him. I mean, he said that he developed a stutter because of a grenade that was hit by him that was in his area, actually, while he was in Afghanistan. And that's how he developed the fucking stutter. Now, I'm no doctor, all right? But I never heard of that. I never heard of getting injured and then all of a sudden it became a stutter. So right away, this kind of raises questions. But here's the best part about it, all right? He gets on there. He actually can sing very, very well. Sings a little country song very, very well. And that's fine. I don't give a shit. You know, I'm not really a big country fan to begin with. But if someone's got a good voice, you know, I'm in the radio business. I'm in the music business. I know when I hear good music. This guy gets out there and tells his sob story about how he was in Afghanistan. He served the military for 14 years, went to Afghanistan, a grenade hit, and then he tried to save other soldiers' lives, said that he was awarded the Purple Heart, and this whole entire thing, this whole song and dance. Gets on stage, does a great job. All three of the judges, Howard Stern, Sharon Osbourne, and Howie Mandel, they all say yes, and they push him through. All right, that's fine. I can care less about that kind of stuff. All right, there you go. He gets through. Now, all of a sudden, this douchebag's story is not checking out. He's in the Minnesota National Guard. Okay? He's only been in there for fucking 9 years, not 14. 9, not 14. All right? He was a supply specialist. So how the fuck he got in combat, I'll never know. I mean, I served in the Air Force for 4 years. And you know what I mean? I was a personnelist. I wasn't anything like that. I would not even remotely make up a story like that, saying I covered up other soldiers to protect them. Anyway, he was a supply specialist. They can't find any evidence of the injury that he describes. Not one. Not one. Sergeant Poe's official military record does not indicate that he was injured by a grenade in combat while serving in Afghanistan in 2009. This is a quote directly from the Minnesota National Guard. Not only that, he was not awarded the Purple Heart, and that's something you don't fuck around with. You can't just sit there and say that you won the Medal of Honor. This is a pretty prestigious award. And there are a lot of soldiers that were hurt in Afghanistan that deserve the Purple Heart. So this asshole decides to make light of it and make a fucked up story saying that he did that he sacrificed his life. It takes everything that the soldiers have done that deserve the Purple Heart, just makes light of it, just makes fun of it. That's what it does. It tarnishes it. This guy's trying to make a quick dollar. This guy's trying to just, it drives me insane. Now, what the fuck happens if they find out this is all false? They're investigating it right now. They're saying that the network is going to be implicated as a scandal. I don't know if I would go that far. I don't think the network put them up to make this kind of fucked up story. But it's possible. I mean, I don't know. We don't have all the facts yet, but this is what we got right here. All this information comes from Yahoo.com. It is mind-boggling to me that people will do shit like that. I've done a lot of fucked up shit in my life. Don't get me wrong. And for those of you that know me, you know that I have. Okay? You got to do what you got to do to survive. But this fucking guy is really, he's doing several things. First of all, he's making himself look like a national dickhead. All right? Second of all, he's now making fun of the network. And most of all, this is probably the most important one for me, this asshole is taking everything that the military does and just simply makes fun of it. That is unacceptable to me. That is absolutely unacceptable. Now, I did not do that much in the Air Force when I was in the Air Force. It's not like I was in the history book somewhere. But this motherfucker deserves to be put in jail or something. Throw him out of the military for all the lies that he said, number one. That's the first thing. Get him out of the military. Because I don't want this fucking asshole protecting the country if a push came to shove. Why would we have that? Get him out. Get that fucking guy out of here. You know, the network has nothing to do with it. Have him sign a statement stating he did not, that the network never implicated or never told him to say these things. He wasn't put up for this. And that he should just get out of the competition and publicly apologize. This asshole should go on TV or even come on this show if he wants to fucking apologize. Because if I ever see him, I'm going to drop kick him. That's what I'm going to do. And don't think I won't. I would. If I ever saw this guy at like a fair or something like that, I would fuck his world up. And I'm not a very strong guy, but I'll find something on the ground that I can hit him with. Speaking of scandal, we're going to talk about a little something here that happened in our little town of South Dakota. It's all over the news. Don't worry about that. So it's not like, you're not going to find out where I am. Everybody knows where I am. I live in South Dakota. Yeah, South fucking Dakota. We'll get into that a little bit later. But we're going to talk about how a local mayor here just got a little bit crazy. A little bit of dementia, in my opinion. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. You're listening to Tell It Like It Is.
Another one of them old separate children. You know what I'm saying? And it goes like,
welcome back to Tell It Like It Is. My name is Jersey Steve. The one show where you can just say whatever the fuck you want and anytime you want. People need to be blunt. People need to hear the truth. And that's what we're here for, folks. This is all brought to you by Jersey Steve Productions. They are the proud sponsor of Tell It Like It Is. Yes, that's my company. Yes, I put this out. So I just have to give myself a little plug. A little Cypress Hill there. You gotta love that band. Wonder what happened to them. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. That's at another time. Here's something I want to talk about that you're going to find a little bit funny. You don't think anything happens out here in little fucking South Dakota. Hicktown. I got to tell you something. When I first got out here, when I first got here, because I'm from New Jersey. Okay, obviously Jersey Steve for you dumb shits. But when I first got out here, that was a nightmare. It was a total nightmare. I mean, I got here, and I really thought that, I didn't realize that the tallest building where I live is a bank. A little bit frustrating, a little bit fucking weird if you ask me. Everybody knows everybody. You can't take a piss without somebody knowing about it. Although people do that on Facebook now. That's another discussion we're going to get into later in the show. How Facebook is just fucking everybody up. Even Zuckerberg. His stock went down. Down! All right. So anyway, here's what happened in little South Dakota here. The former mayor of a local town here in Rapid City, South Dakota, totally went off the fucking handle. All right, this guy got pulled over by police because he was speeding. He didn't recognize any signs. He gets out. The cops, the cops light it up with the what do they call those? The light bar. They're trying to pull him over. He doesn't pull over for a little while. He finally stops, gets out, totally disregards what the cops are trying to do. They arrest him. The cops had to draw their weapons and whatever the case may be. And this guy looks like the Monopoly guy, just an FYI. Looks like the Monopoly guy, straight up, right out of Ace Ventura. And here's what I find funny. Is it me, or does all these ex-politicians, I'll even say this, even present politicians, just fucking fuck up? That's all they do. All you hear is scandal. That's all you hear is scandal. Now, this fucking idiot went to jail, and he's going to get a slap on the wrist or whatever the case may be. I think this guy's got dementia, because this is not the first time this cat's been in trouble. Yeah, he got thrown out of a state fair in Iowa. Yeah, thrown out. Because he was going crazy because somebody was not driving well or something like that. Some sort of traffic thing. I don't know. But you got to see this shit. It is amazing. Is it not true that with a ton of money, there's scandal? That's got to be true. And I mean, and I'm talking about anything. In rock music, in politics, in professional sports, whatever it is. When there is millions and millions of dollars circulating around what you do or what you run, there's going to be some sort of scandal. By far. I mean, if I had the fucking money and I did something, I was a millionaire. Let's just say I was a politician. God forbid. But if I was a politician, and the next thing you know, I run for office, I get into office, and I do something a little bit fucked up where I got a DUI, you know for a fact, that somebody's going to get paid to not release all the information and all the facts. They'll release the information that they got pulled over and they got arrested. But if there's more to the story that could absolutely ruin A, the politician, B, the state, or whatever's going on, they're going to pay, they're going to cover it up. With anything, whether we like it or not. That's why I don't vote. I do not vote. Because what the fuck is my vote going to matter? What am I going to do? I'm going to vote and then write in there saying, I know you guys are covering shit up. We'll never know about John F. Kennedy. We'll never know about September 11th. We'll never know about Pearl Harbor. I mean, like, there's major events that happen in this country that we'll just never fucking know about. And I accept that. You get these people out there that are walking around protesting saying, we need to know the facts, we need to know the facts. Let me tell you something. No one's going to fucking know. You're never going to know. You're never going to get the investigation that you want. Never. You want to know why? Because you don't got the fucking money. You don't got the money to do it. This guy, I mean, not that this guy, Jim Shaw, who was our former mayor, not that this fucking guy is, any kind of huge political figure. I mean, he was on the news for a while, and then he was mayor, and whatever the case may be. I just find it funny that former politicians are always fucking up. I didn't mean to digress there. But everyone's fucking up. This guy doesn't have any kind of money to fucking cover it up. He doesn't have it. But it'll come out just a fucking quick little fee, and that'll be the end of it. Everything gets covered up if you got cash. Everybody can be bought, whether we like it or not. Whether you admit it or not. If somebody came to you and says, I'll give you $1 million to shut your mouth, you're going to tell me fucking no? Maybe you do take the money and you create even a bigger scandal. You say, okay, yeah, I'll shut up. And then you leak everything anyway, and then you bounce. Shit like that happens all the time. It's right underneath our noses. And I got a big schnoz, so I know what goes on. I can smell bullshit a mile fucking away. Or at least I think I can. I don't know. All right. That's enough of that. That's enough of that rant. Coming up, we're going to talk about how I feel that Snooki should be punched in the face. And all those cats from Jersey Shore, how they're just fucking embarrassments. They were nobodies, now they get a ton of cash. That's all next. Tell it like it is. Stick around.
So be my Jersey girl. I know that you're a Jersey girl inside. 4 a.m. at
Welcome back to Tell It Like It Is, the show where we say whatever the fuck we want, doesn't matter who's listening. That's Jersey Go by Cash Cash right there. I got to give a little respect to them. I actually never heard this song. I just found it on YouTube, so I figured I'd play it. Because what we're going to talk about now is how these douchebags, and I repeat, douchebags from the show Jersey Shore are making so much fucking money now, and I'm making dick. Just so you know, I'm not getting paid for this. I am not getting paid for this show at all. And I'm from New Jersey. So when's my fucking time? Where's my money? Here's why this show is so aggravating to me. And I've been wanting to say this for a long time. And I'm on another morning show by the name of Randy and Jersey in the Morning on 95.1 K-Sky, KSQY in Rapid City, South Dakota. But we discuss this all the time. Now, don't get me wrong. All right? Don't get me wrong. And a lot of people are going to say you're out of your fucking mind by saying this. But I would throw a Snooki if I would bang her once. I would just bang. I mean, I would, pending an STD test, I would probably have to say that I would bang Snooki if I had the opportunity, just so I can say that I bang Snooki. You know, I'm not here to marry the fucking broad or get involved in any of that shit. But all those characters on that show, the dumbass, the situation for the abs, and then Snooki with her clothing line, now she's fucking knocked up, and bada bing, whatever. It drives me insane. Because no matter what people say, you know, people love seeing reality. They do. They love seeing reality. And that show is not reality. That is not New Jersey at its finest. I can guarantee you that. Okay, I'm from there. I've been to the Jersey Shore 1,000,000 times in my life. That is not what it represents. It's a lot more fun. It's a lot more organized. Yes, there's some bar fights, but there's fucking bar fights everywhere. There's people acting like idiots everywhere. It doesn't matter. But these fucking kids who had nothing before, now all of a sudden are fucking millionaires because of this goddamn show. And it makes me sick. How did that even happen? I mean, I could take a fucking camera and I could walk outside right now, look at these construction guys that are outside my studio, and interview them and talk about their lives, and let's see if that makes money. That's how easy reality shows are to make. It's that simple. I can give a fuck less about the fucking situation's abs. I can give a fuck less about Snooki's clothing line. Why are these guys making so much goddamn money? Why? I have not watched one episode. Not one. I saw commercials for it. You know, and I'll talk to my family back home, and they, you know, I'm like, have you ever seen them? My brother wants to beat the fuck out of the situation. And I'm sure there's a long list of people that are going to get their ass kicked on that program. A long list. They're out of their fucking minds. Every one of them. And look at the house that they live in. All they got to do on this show, apparently, I read the background on Wikipedia. All they got to do is have a job. And do certain things on the goddamn show. They can't even fucking do that. I mean, what the hell? I can do that. I do that for fucking free. I work 3 goddamn jobs. And these fucking kids are making so much money just because they live in New Jersey and they're all whack jobs. You got to hear the interview with the situation on the Howard Stern show. Howard loves to break ball. That's why I adore that guy. But you got to hear him. I mean, it's out of fucking control. When is it my time? What do I have to do to get that big break? No one's going to pick up this show. I might have a few fans of the show, but no one's going to pick it up. You know what I mean? Eventually on the show, I'm going to have co-hosts and special guests where I could do a lot of back and forth banter. Because I would love to know what the fuck you think. You can actually hit me up on Twitter. I have a Twitter account for my show. It's at Tellit2142. Tellit 2142. Friend me up or whatever you got to do. Follow me on the Twitter and let me know what the fuck you think about the show. Or what the, you know. Do you think they're all idiots over at the Jersey Shore? I do. And if I had the opportunity to slap every one of them in the face, I would. And then after I slap Snooki in the face, I'd throw one. I'm just saying, that may make me a whack job, whatever the case may be, that's totally fine. But I would whack. I would give her, I'd throw her a bang. It's not the ugliest broad I ever fucked. Let's be realistic. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, too. That's actually going to be my final break because the opening show is going to be a pilot show, which is this right now, for about a half an hour. So I got about 10 minutes left. So when we come back, we are going to talk about bar mannerisms and why women go out there to act like they're not sluts. Bullshit. You're going out to get fucked. Many of you are. You just never tell us about it. It's just more stereotypically, it's more socially acceptable for guys to be the pricks. We'll talk about that in just a few moments. This is Tell It Like It Is.
There's a stranger in my bed. There's a pounding in my head. Glitter all over the room. Pink flamingos in the pool. I smell like a mini bar. DJ's passed out in the yard.
Welcome back to Tell It Like It Is. You can hit me up on the email, jerseysteve2142 at gmail.com. That's jerseysteve at... Jesus Christ, I can't fucking talk. jerseysteve2142 at gmail.com. Or you can hit me up on the Twitter, which is at Tellit, Tellit 2142. Become a follower, say what the fuck you want. Because that's what this show is all about. Telling it like it is. Bringing reality to people. Because it's time that we are blunt, and it's time that we fucking tell people the way it is. Katy Perry right there with Last Friday Night. That's a very good song right there, because what we're going to talk about now, ladies and germs, is how the whole stereotype of going downtown has to be put to rest. In other words, I got to straighten shit out. All right, now let's be realistic here. If you're single, I'm just going to come out with this. If you're single and you go downtown and you get drunk and somebody expresses interest in you, there's a good chance you're going to fuck them. That simple. It's that simple. Now, here's something else I'm going to say that's going to really piss a lot of people off. But guess what? I don't care. That's what the show's all about. You could be married. You could be with somebody. It doesn't matter. Get drunk enough, you're very eligible to fuck around. Period. Period. I don't care what anybody says about that shit. Absolutely can. Now we're going to talk about why. Now let's just be now. Like I said, this is a it's a very, very blunt show. Let's just say this, okay? You go out like you're single. You go out with a bunch of friends. Now, if you're going out with a bunch of guys, okay, and all the broads that are inside this club, the broads are going to be looking at the dudes just like they're fucking stereotypical pieces of shit men that we're all we do is try to go fuck around. Guess what? You're right. Save you the suspense, ladies. They're absolutely right. Do you know what the problem is in the bars? You know what the problem is? Is that nobody thinks the broads are like that either. Nobody brings that to light. Why the fuck do you think they wear what they wear? Do you really believe that you women wear these certain clothes, show some titties, show some cleavage, so whatever, short skirts, whatever, because you just want it to look fucking nice? Bullshit. Give me a break. Give me a break. That is not the way it is. They go out there because they want to be noticed. Just like whenever I go out with my friends, I'll dress to the nines. I want to look nice. I want to be noticed, right? I want to be noticed. But and then my objective is to find someone to have sex with by the end of the night. Not all the time. Maybe there's some nights where I want to go for like someone's birthday party or a bachelor party, whatever the case may be. You have some drinks, you relax, it's a good time. But there's always going to be that situation where something comes up where you meet someone that you hit it off with, you have a few drinks, you end up fucking. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. But like I said, the problem lies with the women. They think that they don't want to be stereotyped as the slut. But in essence, it's okay. Because we're there for the same thing. We share a common ground. But nobody speaks of the common ground because they don't want people to know that they're sluts or, they don't want the guys that they just fuck anybody. It's what we do. It's just what we do. Not a big deal. We're not jerk-offs or anything like that. We're not trying to be assholes. It's just what we do. But you women wear these certain things to get attention. You want us to come and talk to you. You want us to work to try and have sex later on. That's what you want us to do. You need us to do that. to feel better about yourselves. And that's okay. That's what we do. I'm all about it. You should be all about it. And think about this, ladies. You're out there with your girlfriends. You're having a few drinks. You're hoping the guy that you like over there comes over and talks to you. He does. You go out on the dance floor. You dance a little bit. And then, something that is the most confusing thing I've ever heard of, you go to the bathroom. And you don't just go to the bathroom with someone. You go with the whole fucking clan you came with. Why is that? It's like you said, it's like a bat signal in the air. You put a bat signal on, all you women go to the bathroom fucking together. And then you discuss who you just met. What for? What are you discussing in the bathroom? And don't give me this bullshit about fucking periods or whatever the fuck it is. Don't give me that. You're discussing if you're going to go home with him or not, right? If I'm wrong, tell me. I would love to know. Email me at jerseysteve2142@gmail.com. This is the stuff that I want to know. I'm very curious about it. Now, listen, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But you leave in packs. Like, you come in as a pack, you piss together as a pack, and then you leave as a pack. Maybe one or two short from the group from earlier because they might have hooked up with someone. It's possible. It happens. But why are we stereotyped as the whores? I'm just asking. Now, you could sit there and talk about, I know a few women that are just straight up sluts. They know it. You know what I mean? They know that. But why are we stereotyped? Why? Because we have to put the effort in? I have not once in my entire life been hit on by a woman. Not once. I've never even been told I was hot in my entire life. That'd be fucking nice for me to hear. It's not true, but it'd be great for me to hear. I don't understand. We're the assholes. We go home and we have sex, and then all of a sudden we go home and have sex, and let me tell you this too. If there is no good sexual encounter, if there was not a good sex night, you will not get a fucking call back. It is that simple. There is no discussion. If you suck in bed, you're not getting another call. Period. Same thing goes for the guys. You know, if we get fucking whiskey dick where we're so goddamn drunk and we can't get it up, she's not gonna talk to you again. She will not even recognize you in the bar. Be prepared for stuff like that, fellas. Be prepared. That's happened a few times where I just fucking pass out. I just can't hang. And that's happened to me once. I've had a broad say somebody else's name during sex. She never got a call back. She will not get a call back. I'm not going to get too graphic with other stuff, but these are questions that I want answered. That's all it is. Coming up in a couple of days, folks, we just completed our first show here. This is what we call the pilot program. The pilot program for Tell It Like It Is, sponsored by Jersey Steve Productions. Let me know what you think. There's going to be comments right underneath here on this video that you see on YouTube. I'm going to be posting all over Facebook. I want to know what you think. If you want to become a part of the show, you can email me at any point in time. I'm going to have a phone call hour. I'm going to make a Facebook page. All of these things are coming. I just needed to get an episode up. I needed to get stuff off my chest. I feel much better. You can feel much better by following me on Twitter at Tellit, Tellit 2142. Follow me on Twitter. Let me know what the fuck you think. And we will be back again in the next couple of days. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening. And please, follow me on Twitter. Email me. More stuff coming.